Pictures of the death of Neda Sultan have appalled people around the world. The man who tried to save her has been talking about what happened.
Dr. Hijazi flew to the UK and contacted the BBC.
Her blood was draining out of her body, and I was just putting pressure on the wounds to try to stop the bleeding.
He remains the key eyewitness on the record.
I cannot go back to Iran. I know I had received threats here, even here, anonymous threats, which concern me a little bit about my personal security and safety. And that's just because I talked. I never knew. I've worked in literature all my life, and I always talked about and preached about the power of words. But I never realized how powerful words can be.
They said to me, you yourself don't understand what you've done, and you can never make up for it. You condemned the government on an international level. How could you do it? Well, they hit me. They struck me more on the left side, because my right side was to the wall. They said the damage was irreparable, that I faced 4 counts of execution. Some of the charges might be dropped, but I definitely face one of them. They told me I was certain to be executed.
After a month, the regime restored normality to the streets. President Ahmadinejad continued with business as usual. Fighting for Iran's nuclear rights was a patriotic rallying cry.
So a bit of strength does pay off. If the leader goes up and calls to arms for a holy fight, the people of Iran, he can have 20 million men on the flag, and they will not ask for a penny.
Mass arrests of protesters were followed by televised show trials. Senior supporters of Mousavi were forced to recant.
البته در چند روز کوتاهی ما هم این اشتباه رو تأکید می‌کردیم و تکرار می‌کردیم، اما این اشتباهی بوده که ضربه‌های بسیار بزرگی به کشور زده.
چه آقای موسوی خوشش بیاد چه نیاد. از این بابت من تایید می‌کنم که شرایط زندان در صراحت لهجه ما تأثیر.
The message from the supreme leader was clear. The opposition had caused the violence, and they must be punished.
من و افرادی که مثل من که به جناب عالی رأی داده بودیم، با این اعتماد که به شما داشتیم به خیابان‌ها ریختیم، نظم و امنیت عمومی رو مختل کردیم، باعث رنجش خاطر رهبر عزیزمون شدیم.
خیلیشون رو من میشناسم.
I know many of them.
They've
been put under so much pressure that they've been forced to say things that haven't happened. It could have happened to me.
Delbar, like others in this film, escaped Iran for her own safety. Despite the crackdown, inside the country, on the 40th day after Neda's death, thousands attended an illegal ceremony for all those who died during the protests. Footage reached the world of Neda's family in mourning. In September, Caspian was let out of prison on bail.
After I was released, I would go to Neda's grave early in the mornings, so I didn't run into the police. Neda loved sunrise, so I went early to be alone with her then. When the sun came up, people started arriving. It's become like a pilgrimage site there. People keep coming until nightfall.
Just recently, Caspian escaped Iran over the border.
I left, hoping I have taken Neda's soul with me. I left to speak out for her, to shout for Neda. To be able to finish what she was trying to say, what she never had a chance to say.
The regime wants a different story told. Iran's official Martyr Foundation told the family they'd declare her a martyr if it could be proved that her death was the work of opponents of the regime. They offered an allowance paid to families who've lost loved ones in the cause of the Islamic Republic. Neda's mother refused.
I would never accept support from the Martyr Foundation. I never will. Neda died for her country. Not so I could get monthly pension from the Martyr Foundation. If these officials say Neda was a martyr, why when people write martyr on her gravestone, do they keep wiping it off?
Neda's mother has recently joined the continuing street demonstrations, still being uploaded onto the internet.
Neda loved traveling, and she traveled a lot, as much as she could anyway. Neda always said she would leave Iran if she had only one day left of her life. She wanted to travel the world, and it seems she finally has.